Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And today we got a special episode, the deepfake war and bank bail-ins and what that means to you. So shout out again to the Coin Bureau. Guy does an amazing job putting this together, and I'm trying to consolidate it for you guys and make it more digestible. So there's two videos, the deepfake war is coming, what it means for you, and bank bail-ins. You may have never even heard of bank bail-ins, but it's way worse than bank bailouts. So I'm going to show you how both of these things together, you need to be aware of them, because I believe that our financial stability and freedom in the DeFi space is rapidly approaching a turning point, and these types of things that are coming are just kind of different spokes on the wheel, so to speak. So we'll be discussing the potential dangers of the deepfake war and bank bail-ins, the rapid advancement of technology that has opened the door to new forms of information warfare, and financial industry is not immune to these threats. We'll also be exploring how these two concepts are related and why they could have a major impact on our daily lives. So first, let's start with deepfakes. Let's pull this back up over here. So with deepfakes, according to a report by the Brookings Institution, that's these guys here. If you want to read the full report, do yourself a Google search, essentially, and pull it up. But the Brookings Institution issued a foreign advisories about disinformation and misinformation campaigns. So the report calls on governments to develop robust systems for monitoring and authenticating both public and private messages in real time. They even suggest that governments assess when it's appropriate to use deepfakes for offensive purposes, with deepfakes evolving to the point where they're next to impossible to spot. And Guy from the Coin Bureau warns of the potential consequences of widespread misinformation. Now, if you're not even familiar with deepfakes, I decided to bring up this really cool independent video that's over a year old, and the technology keeps advancing even faster. But take a look at this. It's a deepfake of Tom Cruise.
In this reel, you're going to see my amigo, Chris Umi. He's going to introduce to you the wonderful world of deepfakes, how AI and VFX are unlocking the future of our imagination. What's up, TikTok? You guys cool if I play some sports?
All right. So I'm not going to play this whole thing, but obviously it helps that this guy already resembles and practices Tom Cruise's mannerisms. But the point is, if you weren't aware of that video and you didn't slow it down and pay close attention, definitely on a TikTok, you could just assume that this was, Tom Cruise. And again, this was something that was created over a year ago. So that's just an example of what deepfake technology is able to already do. And anyone with a decent computer and graphics card can actually do this. But let's turn our attention to bank bail-ins first, and I'll tell you how these tie together. So bank bail-ins, if you're not familiar, are a way for banks to avoid financial collapse by actually using the depositors' funds to recapitalize the bank. So you're probably familiar with bank bailouts. That happened in 2008 when Lehman Brothers collapsed. The central bank, gave them, basically printed free money, gave it to them to keep them from collapsing. Bank bail-ins is where they take your money, my money, and they bail themselves out with your deposited capital. This means that if a bank is facing financial difficulties, they can seize your deposits to stay afloat. The idea behind the bank bail-in is to protect the wider financial system at your expense, but it raises serious questions about the safety of our savings. So what does this have to do with deepfakes? Well, the combination of deepfakes and bank bail-ins creates a perfect storm of misinformation and financial insecurity. Deepfakes can be used to spread false information about a bank's financial stability, leading to a panic and run on the bank. We see that already. It's not with deepfakes, but we see it with stable coins and what's happening with the FUD about not having the solvency necessary to cash out, right? All it takes is a little rumor. Imagine if that's coupled with a deepfake. If someone decided to make a deepfake of CZ saying, you know, we don't have the money to support customer funds. Like, it's not far-fetched to believe that some of this could definitely be pushed by the powers that be to push a narrative. Next, you can see how quickly this will spiral out of control and result in widespread financial chaos and push people towards a narrative that certain people could have an agenda for. There was a recent clip of Michael Saylor saying he was wrong about Bitcoin and should have gone all in on ETH. If you know anything about Michael Saylor, you were quick to dismiss it, but it was very, very good voice AI. There was no video with it. And I also made a poor representation of Forex, referencing the Change 360 partnership announcement. So voice AI and deepfakes and stuff is already out there, and it's more so right now being used kind of for fun, for lack of a better word. But you can see how this can get out of hand very quickly, and the problem doesn't end there. So with the rise of deepfakes and bank bail-ins, you could also end up with basically a perfect storm for increased regulation and control of the flow of information. So governments could use the threat of deepfakes as an excuse to implement more comprehensive monitoring and authentication systems, effectively limiting your freedom of speech and privacy. We saw this again already with the information about COVID and the pandemic. There was censored information via social media, and then only one narrative is allowed to go about. Same thing happened with the elections, actually, right? So what happens when the government decides to put in some sort of fact checking where only information that can be published on social media and the internet has to go through quote unquote fact checked resources? This is where the digital IDs come into play. So the tinfoil hat people are not very far off when you see how all these chess pieces are actually moving in one direction. But the same can be said for bank bail-ins in the name of financial stability. Governments could seize control of your savings to protect the wider financial system. The centralization of power could result in a further erosion of our financial freedoms and leave us at the mercy of the state. So with the bank bail-ins, this is an easy way to try to roll in CBDCs, potentially, right? So if like they can spread some information, be it fake information or censored information that says in a need to protect financial stability and the FDIC insured amounts or whatever the case may be, we need to roll out this new digital currency that, you know, we're giving X amount of free money for people that adopt this, you know, or whatever. The narrative can be whatever you think or want it to be, but clearly there's an incentive and a way for this to roll out in such a way that, again, we are the ones that are at the losing end of this battle. So what can you do to protect yourselves from the dangers of deepfakes and bank bail-ins? The answer lies in the power of centralization by using trustless, decentralized, permissionless, and publicly viewable blockchain technology. We can authenticate and verify information without sacrificing our privacy. The future of even NFTs could be the solution to problems posed by deepfakes and bank bail-ins, as they allow us to verify the authenticity of information while preserving our privacy. So this could, again, push towards more blockchain adopted tech, which is definitely what we'd like to see. The crypto industry has a unique opportunity to lead the charge in the fight against deepfakes and bank bail-ins. By promoting the use of NFTs and decentralized technology, we can create a more secure and transparent financial system that protects our privacy and financial freedoms. So in conclusion, the combination of deepfakes and bank bail-ins represents a major threat to our financial stability and privacy. But with the power of decentralized technology, we can take control of our financial future and protect ourselves from these dangers. So hopefully that added some value to you guys. Again, not trying to have you all running with your, like a chicken with your head cut off, that this is all true and fearful or whatever the case may be, but just be aware of what things are happening behind the scenes, what pieces are moving, and how many people from the alphabet agencies like the WEF, the BIS, the SEC, the CFTC, all these alphabet letter agencies and what they're trying to do. And it's not all in the name of helping you and me, the low man on the totem pole. It's to help protect their bags and keep them in control and in positions of power. So be aware what the technology is that's out there and how it could be used against you. So just keep that awareness. That's all I can really say. All right. Hope you provided some value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash the HBO special brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real-world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.